Hi guys, it's Janice from the Love Mom channel. Thank you for tuning in. I'm giving you my bit on time management. So basically, just to give you a recap, I work from home. I'm a social media manager for different accounts. I work for a digital ad agency. It's basically a full-blown job. I just get the luxury of working from home. And luxury and sometimes can be kind of difficult in nicer words, because you have to juggle being a housewife or house person with all the housework, plus being a full-time working person, and also, taking care of your daughter full-time. Can be quite a bit of a challenge. So time management for me is very key. And I'm just giving you 4 different things that I hold very dearly to my heart and how I accomplish the things that I have to accomplish. I am by no means an expert. I'm just sharing what works for me. It may work for you and it may not. But anyways, so one thing I do is keep a to-do list. Not necessarily write it down. I am in the process of doing that. I just bought this whiteboard that should be going right here in my little home office / closet. And I will be writing down the things that I need to do the day before. But currently right now, my process is reflect at night. So I sit in bed when the little one's asleep, husband is fed and knocked out doing whatever the hell he's doing. And I reflect on what I have to do the night before. That seems to work for me. Also, number 2, the day comes that we have a ton of things to do, like we always do, because we play as a mom, you play a million different roles. So number 2 is set a schedule. I know for some people this is hard, and for me, I just think schedules suck because you're restricted on what you have to do. But damn it, they work. So 1, I keep my baby on a schedule, feeding schedule, napping schedule, and playtime schedule. And that helps me because nap times becomes the holy grail of the whole day. And it helps her body get accustomed to it. For example, Mondays are my busiest days and I have work meetings on the phone, conference calls. So I know by 2 o'clock she needs to be sleeping so I can take my calls. Luckily, if her, she's sick or her schedule is, just wacky, like the holidays, her sleep schedule was just like out of the roof weird. But in those occasions, I'm lucky enough to have someone that I can depend on and support, that I can ask for them to babysit or whatnot. But for the most part, I'm on my own. So I make sure she's asleep by 2 o'clock, which means that she needs to be up by a certain time. She needs to have playtime by a certain time. She needs to have her bath time. Because for some reason babies get, well, at least most babies, or my baby gets sleepy after bath time. So schedules, the holy grail. It helps. It really does help. Keep yourself on a schedule and keep your baby on a schedule. Number 2 is include the little one. So of course they're not going to be sleeping all day, and you wouldn't want that either. Although it's very nice because you accomplish a ton of things while they're napping, or sometimes you accomplish a ton of nap time for yourself as well because we're exhausted, right? But include them, and you can say, okay, well, how can I include them when I'm, cooking, or how can I include them when I'm doing this? Kids love imitating you. Doing your makeup, brushes, and they start getting all kinds of crazy things running around everywhere. Give them a few brushes. It works, really. Just give it to them, and they start playing with them, and they're doing the exact same thing mommy's doing, and they love it. Changing, give them a few articles of clothes, take off their shoes, and they'll start playing with it. Of course, they can get messy, but at least it's a mess that you can control because you're giving them, okay, you can do this mess and you can do whatever. So, after you're done, you can say, okay, I have 5 minutes to clean up that mess, whatever. It works. Trust me. Cooking, give them a few pots with a spoon. They're going to love it. They're going to go nuts over it because, they're doing the same thing mommy's doing, which is cooking and playing with pots. So yeah, include them always. And my last little pointer that I think is the most important for myself is be reasonable and honest on how much you can actually accomplish. I've always been the type of person to always submerge myself in a way more projects than I can bear to handle. Jesus, we're only one person. I know as moms we play a ton of different roles, but let's be realistic to ourselves and to our health and to our mental health above all. Only juggle what you can juggle, because it's not fair to yourself and it's not fair to the other people around you. For example, your child, or let's say work, your employees, your coworkers, whatever the case may be, you should be able to dedicate your time and have quality time doing what you're doing. Not just, half-ass shit, because it doesn't work for me. And I don't know if you're successful at it. Great. I would love to hear about it. I'm by no means an expert. But be reasonable with yourself on what you can juggle. Recently, I tried to go back to school to get certified for my photography. It just didn't work for me at the time. I know sooner or later, once I get, maybe a different schedule, once I'm more comfortable with work or whatever the case may be, maybe later on. But right now, it wasn't right for me. So I had to be honest with myself. And that was a deal breaker because you almost feel like you're failing. But you're not failing because I decided to give quality time to my daughter, produce more quality work for work and whatever the case may be. So yeah, just to recap is number 1, to-do list, either written down or mental. Number 2, set a schedule. Number 3, includes a little one. It helps, trust me. And number 4 is be honest with yourself on how much you can handle. I would love to hear more about your tips. You can always email us. I'll include that in the description below. Any suggestions, or if you want to hear about anything else that I have or do, or any of us, please reach us, email us, and don't forget to subscribe. Thanks, guys.